Hello. In this short lecture I will try to answer on two questions. The first question is how the universe was created, and the second question is if the universe was created from nothing, then who created nothing? First of all, I will explain several concepts. What is quantum fluctuation? In quantum physics, a quantum fluctuation, also known as a vacuum state fluctuation or vacuum fluctuation, is the temporary random change in the amount of energy in a point in space as prescribed by Werner Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. How do quantum fluctuations happen? According to quantum mechanics, a vacuum isn't empty at all. It's actually filled with quantum energy and particles that blink in and out of existence for a fleeting moment. Strange signals that are known as quantum fluctuations. The law of conservation of energy states that the total energy of an isolated system cannot change. The zero energy universe hypothesis states that the amount of energy in the universe minus the amount of gravity is exactly zero, or E minus G equals to zero. In this kind of universe, matter could be created from nothing for vacuum fluctuations. Assuming such a zero energy universe already is nothing. So zero energy universe is defined as nothing. Okay? Such a universe would need to be flat, a state which doesn't contradict current observations that the universe is flat with a 0.5% margin of error. Some physicists such as Lawrence Krauss, Stephen Hawking and Michio Kaku defined nothing as an unstable quantum vacuum that contains no particles. Philosopher David Albert has criticized Krauss for this, pointing out that his definition of nothing presupposes the existence of quantum fields obeying particular laws of physics. According to Albert Krauss, has nothing whatsoever to say on the subject of where those fields came from or why the world should have consisted of these particular kinds of fields it does, or why it should have consisted of fields at all, or why there should have been a world in the first place. Period, case closed, end of story. Krauss responded that he doesn't give a damn about what nothing means to philosophers. He cares about the nothing of reality and called Albert a moronic philosopher. Now I will answer on the first question of how the universe was created. The universe was created in two stages. The first stage is the creation of basic elements when there was nothing in the pre-universe. And the second stage of the creation of the universe is the Big Bang stage. In the first stage, there was nothing in the pre-universe. Nothing is also defined as quantum fluctuations. Quantum mechanics proposes that pairs of virtual particles are being created from quantum fluctuations in this empty space all the time. If these pairs don't mutually annihilate right away, they could be detected as real particles. For example, if one falls into a black hole and its opposite is emitted as Hawking radiation. And from that real particles, basic elements can be created. So that was the first stage in the creation of the universe. The second stage in the creation of the universe is the Big Bang stage. In this stage, all the matter in the pre-universe were concentrated in a dense small point. The density of that point was infinite, and from that reason it exploded and created all the elements, the stars and the galaxies. So that is the two stages of the creation of the universe. The answer to the second question, who created nothing, is that nothing was never created because it always existed as a vacuum fluctuations. That is, the temporary random changes in the amount of energy in a point in space, as prescribed by Werner Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. Because a vacuum isn't empty at all, it's actually filled with quantum energy and particles that blink in and out of existence for a fleeting moment. Strange signals that are known as quantum fluctuations. Okay. In conclusion, the universe was created in two stages. The first stage is the creation of basic elements from those quantum fluctuations that are also defined as nothing. Those quantum fluctuations can create virtual particles, and virtual particles can create real particles. And the basic elements can be created from real particles. So that was the first stage in the creation of the universe, and in the second stage of the creation of the universe, that is the Big Bang stage, all the elements, the stars and the galaxies were created, and nothing that also defined as a quantum fluctuations was never created because it was always existed. Okay, thank you very much.